Hey everybody, Jeff aka GCurse here. How are you all doing this evening? It is currently 8:33 p.m. on the 30th of March 2025. I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'm about to go to bed pretty soon. Let's do a good old-fashioned GCurse Reacts DSP edition. This video comes to us from our friend Snort Hogan. DSP copes and seethes over at Kino Casino, giving him the king name. Ugh. Yeah, I saw this today on Raw Phil's stream, and our boy Phil, he's cracking. He's fucking cracking. He's cracking more than I do when I start seeing a buffet. That self-control I had starts to go out the fucking window. But yeah, so let's get over there. Let's get to that. There we go. So 3, 2, 1.
This is hilarious. Will you be removing the crown from your background? Will you be changing the name?
Oh, by the way, big ups to Phil's surrogate mother, Kat, for dressing him today. The blue flannel is an awesome touch with that background.
Of your goal from King's Tax, because those were ideas given to you by the Kino Casino. So let me get this straight. You actually think that the King moniker was given to me by the Kino Casino? Are you retarded?
I'll let him go.
I was known as the King of Hate since my early days in the FGC.
I'm just curious. Now, from what I can recall from the documentary from June the King, did anybody in the FGC actually give this fucked or refer to this fucktard as the King of Hate? Because this seems like something that Phil developed himself and only Phil used. This reeks of like Chris Chan, to be honest.
In the early 2000s, that was 25 years ago. The Kino Casino were barely born.
So you're telling me that the Kino, that Andy and Ashton are like what, 20 years old? Wow, age is hitting those motherfuckers hard if they're not even 25. Holy shit, age is treating those guys like a bitch.
The fuck are you talking about? The King moniker is mine and always will be, and I can use it if I want, and I can stop using it whenever I want, and that's my prerogative and my decision to make. They didn't give me the idea to start using the moniker that I already had.
Actually, I think Phil stopped using it for a while, didn't he? Because he didn't want to be known as the King of Hate. So he just basically dropped everything. It wasn't until Kino Casino was doing a reach around, giving this guy an inflated sense of self-worth, if you know what I mean, that he started using the King moniker again.
They just gave me the confidence to start using it again because it doesn't have to be representative of hate. It's not. You can still be a king, but not have to hate everything around you. In fact, it shows the evolution of the moniker, that it actually started off as something really negative and bad many years ago. But then, over time, it evolved, it changed, and I formed it into something positive.
Oh my God. I swear to fucking God, if he says positive one more time, I think I'll throw myself like in front of a goddamn train. No, not really. He's not worth dying over. But in all due seriousness, every time when I hear the term positive, ladies and gentlemen, I think of a person who wants to do better for the world, wants to do better for their fellow man, wants to do better for their neighbor, wants to help people, wants to lift up people, basically wants everybody to be better. Funny, when I hear positive from this guy, I hear slurs, I hear insults, I hear the absolute opposite of being positive. I hear negative. Now, one could say, Jeff, you're negative. You call the guy a fucktard. And he is. He's a fucktard. His parents are inbred idiots. He's a dullard. I'm not going to fucking hide it. I don't deny it. But the difference is I don't hide behind a shield of I'm Mr. Positive when then I start throwing out slurs. Phil likes to hide behind a shield and say, "Oh, I'm a nice guy. I'm Mr. Positive. Everybody likes me." And then he goes to refer to females as sluts. He refers to mentally people who have mental challenges as retards. He refers to, oh God, let's see what else is there. He's done racial slurs. How in the blue hell is this fucking positive? He doesn't fucking know what positive means. Like I said, I don't hide behind a goddamn shield and try to say, "Oh, I'm Mr. Positive," and then I'll call him a fucktard. No, I'm a goddamn asshole. Therefore, I think I have more of a right to call this guy a fucktard, and I don't feel any goddamn guilt about it. He's a fucktard. His parents are inbred morons, and his wife, Kat, is a fucking loser.
Something that people like to meme about, that people like to joke about. We all know I'm not really a king.
Oh, bullshit. His ego is so fucking fragile. He literally thinks of himself as a king.
But let's be honest, it's fun. It's fun to joke about it. It's fun to have it in the intro. It's fun to have a crown behind me and have it be part of my whole online persona.
Dude, your persona is that of a beggar. And also as a guy who masturbated on stream. Let's not fucking pull any punches, Phil. You are not some sort of, oh God, what is, you're not some sort of big wig, like, you're not on the scale of Mr. Beast. You're not. You're not even on the scale of Boogie 2988. And Boogie 2988 is a piece of shit. Phil Burnell, you are on the same scale with Cyrax. Phil Burnell, you are on the same level with Chris Chan. Phil Burnell, you are on the same level of all the Z-tier lolcows. The pieces of shit that cannot actually get by without having people throw pennies at them to watch them dance like the fucking monkeys that they are.
It's a fun thing. They didn't give me the idea. What a ludicrous thing to say. That's some real revisionist history there.
Dude, you literally just said that they gave you the confidence. Therefore, they actually gave you the idea of being the king again. You may not want to fucking admit it, but they gave you the idea.
And in fact, if anything, the fact that I'm going to take it and own it and roll forward with it positively.
Oh my God. Okay, that's it. When's the next fucking train coming? That's it. When is the next motherfucking train coming?
Is a way to jab them. Just like calling this show the Level 1 Podcast is a way to jab at Keemstar, who used this as an insult, but I've used it as a successful show for 3+ years.
Okay, Phil, let's talk about success. Let's talk about success. How is your garbage, bottom of the barrel product successful? Do you have businesses just beating down the door to get you to be a spokesperson for them? Does the FGC come to you to host a fighting show? Does any of the big name YouTube content creators go to you and go, "Hey, Phil, can you co-host with us?" No, I didn't think so. You know why, Phil? Because you're not successful. You're not successful. When you are literally having to sit on the stream and spend 2 hours out of a fucking 5-hour day or what stream or whatever, however many hours it is, and you're constantly having to beg for money, that is not being a success. You are a panhandler, Phil. You are the internet version of a panhandler. If literally, I really should develop like a little graphic and of like a piece of cardboard, and we'll beg for fast food. I really should have something like that to share in this video, these videos, because that's what Phil is. If this was any time pre-2000, Phil would literally be that person on the corner of your local grocery store on the sidewalk holding a fucking sign that says homeless, starving, anything helps. Please, God bless. That's what Phil Burnell is. Don't let Phil Burnell fool you to think, oh my God, that he is some sort of successful businessman. He is not. Motherfucker can't even do his taxes correctly, and he wants you to believe that he can do that. He's a success. Really? The guy, if anything, that Phil Burnell is a success, and it's destroying his career, destroying everything that he had. He 15, 20 years ago, before he created all the detractors that he now has, he used to have a bunch of fans. He destroyed that. Less than 10 years ago, he used to get sponsorships. He got chairs. He got games. Where's that shit at now? He destroyed it. This walking parasite. He destroys everything that he touches.
And keep going. Get it? You turn a negative into a positive. You roll forward with it. That's how you survive in this online climate. You don't run with your tail between your legs. You don't act like a pussy or a sissy or a coward.
That's what Phil did when it came to Keno Casino, giving him a shit ton of ideas about how he could better his career. They gave him idea after idea after motherfucking idea, and the motherfucker is too lazy to do the bare minimum. Why do something that involves work when you can literally sit on your fucking ass for 5+ hours a day and basically act like a fucking baby bird, just constantly squawking for more food? That's what Phil Burnell is. He is like a fucking yapping little baby bird that just constantly fucking screams for its parents to bring him a worm to eat.
And you certainly don't let people
Stop fucking feeling your hair. You're looking like a goddamn pedophile when you do that.
revise history in a ludicrous fucking way that's not even close to being true. I am a king. I'll always be a fucking king. Any day that I want, I'll put on the crown. I'll take off the crown. I be whatever I want because I've been here for 17 years and I earned that distinction.
Dude, you upload games of you playing, videos of you playing games very shitty like. I'm sorry. I have worked more in the last 5 years than Phil Burnell has worked in the last 17. In the time that Phil has nosedived, in the time that Phil has bombed his online presence, I turned my life around. I got a degree. I got a job. And now I'm living the nice life. I did that in, oh God, let's see, how long was it? I did that in the span of about 8 years, roughly. 8 years. Phil is still stuck at level 1. And he is not out of level 1 because he thinks it's, he's sticking it to all the detractors. No, Phil is stuck in level 1 because he's too fucking lazy to get it in gear. Or that really should be called the first gear podcast. No, that wouldn't sound good. But what I'm trying to say is that, like I said just now, in the span of roughly 8 years, I turned my life around. I made myself a success. 17 years, Phil's fucking begging for money. He's fucking begging for money.
Get it? I've been here longer than anyone else, and I'll be here longer than anyone else until the day that I decide to turn off my stream. That'll be when I retire, and not a moment sooner.
He's never going to retire because the thought of actually having to work, because we all know he has no savings. He has no savings at all. If he was actually develop a backbone and go, guys, I'm leaving. Tomorrow's my last stream. He would be back later that night, because that means he'd have to go get a legitimate fucking job. And considering that he has uh, his history of his job history, he has a hole that is wider than cat's vagina. Yeah, you think any job is going to take him? No. If he was lucky enough to get a job, he would be hired doing the most mundane bottom level jobs at either McDonald's or Walmart. The sad fact is, Kat would probably have more ability to get a better paying job than Phil does, because by the sounds of it, even though she works only 4 or 5 days a week at the most, she's built up that job work history, if that makes any sense.
There's no one who could stop me. There's no one who can do anything about it. And they got a fucking choke on it. The king is back, baby. He's here to stay, and he ain't fucking going anywhere.
Oh, the king is here to stay. Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool of him to say. Until his homeowners association finds out that he is literally living the dream of Ace Ventura, and they learn that he has a rabbit, birds, probably a turtle swimming in that broken down toilet. Probably has like 10 dogs, possibly. Maybe a couple squirrels for all I know. For all I care, I should say. Until that, if they find out that he has these animals, I'm really wondering if that would be a a possibility to kick him out. Because I'm pretty sure that he signed a contract saying no fucking pets.
No, I'm not getting rid of the king moniker and the king's tax because I like it. There you go.
Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Yeah, I cannot believe this. The guy is losing his fucking mind. It isn't even a fact like he it's like a gimmick. No, the guy, he is so fucking egotistical. He actually thinks that he is a king. However, if you are watching this video and you work to supply for your family, take pleasure knowing that you are more of a king than Phil Burnell is. You bust your ass day in and day out like I do to make a living for your family, and you don't have to beg. You are already better off than Phil Burnell is. Take it easy, everybody. Peace out.